Today we're going to be going over my top 10 favorite sneaker pickups from 2021. If you haven't seen my videos from the past, we always do a year-end recap with me going over my favorite pickups for each year. So if you're ever interested on seeing what I picked up in the years past, make sure you go check out those videos. I'll have them linked down below in the description as well. But today we got to talk about the pickups from this year. And if you guys didn't know by now, my name is DJ and this is the DNA Show. So in 2021, there have been a bunch of great releases, not only from Jordan brand, but Nike and a bunch of other brands as well. But you guys know me, I'm a Jordan head. So typically my top 10 is a lot of Jordans, and this year it's definitely a lot of Jordans. But it's actually crazy because my number one sneaker is not a Jordan. There were over 90 mainstream Jordan releases alone for this year, and I picked up about 40 of them myself. So as you can see right here on the photo with every single shoe that is circled, those are the shoes that I picked up that came out this year. But typically in my top 10s, I always pick up stuff from the past as well, because I got a good story behind it and why I want to have it again or why I need it and I never had it before, different things like that. So this list is definitely going to have shoes mixed in here that didn't come out in 2021. And I have a ton of honorable mentions that I will go over at the end of the video, so stick around to see what other sneakers that I picked up that I really liked, but they didn't make the list, but I wish they kind of did type thing. So we'll cover those a little bit later. So starting with number 10, we have the Travis Scott Fragment Air Jordan 1 High. This shoe in particular is definitely really dope, and I feel like it should have made the list, but after I put all the shoes together, I was like, you know what, I think it's just gonna make the list, but we're gonna put it at 10th place just because I like the other shoes a little bit more. And don't get me wrong, there are a bunch of dope elements to this sneaker that could easily put this at number 1 on some other people's list, but this is my list and this is how I feel about them. Next up at number 9 on the list, we have the Lemonade Nike Air Force 1 Off-White collab, and these things are extremely fire. When I saw these things were coming out, I just knew I had to have them in my collection. This is actually the first one that I have from the whole set of Off-White Air Force Ones. I could have got the white pair at Complex Con, and they literally offered them to me, and I was like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna grab the Air Max 97s. And then I was like, damn, I should have got them. Oh, I'll grab them later. And then the price went up and it was like $1,000, and now current time the shoe's like $5,000 or something like that. And it was crazy because I wanted to complete the whole set, but now it's just starting to get a little bit out of my budget. I got lucky grabbing these from Soul Steals, and I'm telling you right now, they always got some good deals. So if you haven't checked them out already, I'll make sure that I'll put a link down below in the description for you guys. That way you guys can get to the site and check it out and see if you guys want to get signed up and be a part of it. And just for a quick reference, I got both of these off of Soul Steals this year as well. Another honorable mention, but we'll talk about these a little bit later. All right, going to number 8 on the list, we have the Amamiye Air Jordan 1. They came correct on this collaboration. The materials, the cuts, everything is just extremely nice, and a lot of people appreciate this shoe. And now I'm starting to hear people talk about this is sneaker of the year. I don't know about all that. That's why it's a little bit lower on my list, but at the same time, I definitely really do appreciate this sneaker. And if you guys want to see the entire review of me breaking down the shoe and all that stuff, make sure you check that out. I'll have a link for you guys down below. Now next up at number 7, we have a shoe that I wanted to get so bad, and I still need the blue pair. I still gotta find a way to get those, you guys, so help me out if you can. But we have the Trophy Room Friends and Family Air Jordan 5. If you guys haven't seen this video, I did a full pickup video showing you guys the trade of me trading a bunch of sneakers to get this shoe. Extremely excited about this shoe. I like it a lot, and I'm a huge fan of the Raging Bull 5, which obviously looks very similar. So when I saw that they were making a Friends and Family version of these, I had always been going after them. It took me a couple years to pick up the shoe, but I finally got them in my collection, and I don't plan on getting rid of these anytime soon. Now this next shoe on the list could easily have been one of the top sneakers of the year, but I think the way the release went and how everything went down, and a lot of people saw a lot of weird things going on and all this different stuff, I think that's what put a negative stigma on the sneaker. But at the end of the day, the collaboration was extremely dope, and I love how they put the materials together to create this shoe and give us that old school Chicago vibe, and that is the Trophy Room Air Jordan 1. Before this shoe had came out, a lot of people were saying this was going to be the sneaker of the year, but at the end of the day, I know for a fact there is no way I couldn't put these on my top 10, so I had to throw these on the list and put them at 6th place. All right, you guys, we're halfway through the video, and if you're enjoying this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join the DNA fam, and make sure you hit that like button because you know that helps the algorithm oh so much. So coming in at number 5, we have the Lightning Air Jordan 4. Now there were definitely a lot of releases that came out this year that came out in the past, you know, 10 or 15 years ago, and I actually just made a video about that a couple days ago. So if you guys want to check that video out, make sure you go check that one out. Just a lot of unappreciated retros that came out that I thought were extremely dope, that were just super hyped up when I was was first collecting back in the day, and then now we got the new retros coming out, and a lot of people just aren't really appreciating them as much. But the reason why I didn't put a lot of those shoes on the list was simply because I had already had them. I still have them in my collection, and I was just kind of doubling up or tripling up or getting a new retro again. But this one in particular, there was no way I couldn't put this on the list, simply because it took me a long time to get the OG version because I wanted them so bad back in high school, couldn't afford it at the time, didn't want to pay that price, and then they just kept going up and going up, and then I finally found a deal years later, and then next thing you know, the retro comes out. So I was excited to grab these, and I tripled up on these when they came out, and I immediately start rocking a pair literally all the time throughout the year. I love this shoe so much, and I knew I had to be in my top 5, but we got some stuff that's just a little bit better, so we put it at 5th. All right, coming in at number 4, I think is going to be a lot of people's sneaker of the year. There's been a big debate between two different shoes, and I definitely think this has been number 1 on a lot of people's list, and it is pretty high on my list as well because it's in 4th place. But that is the Travis Fragment Air Jordan 1 Low. I feel like this shoe was extremely dope as well. If they would have done this colorway on the high top, ooh, but we know that's like already similar to the OG version that they did on the Fragment, so I understand why they went with the low top. But with the black hit on the back and the different stuff like that, yes, I know everybody be roasting it, calling it a bowling shoe, but at the end of the day, these things are extremely fire. They look dope on the foot, and I completely understand why a lot of people like this shoe. And not to mention, my wife got these for me for retail, so I'm a happy camper. Speaking of that, she got me these on the same day for retail as well. Love you, baby. All right, now we are down to the top 3 sneakers. I think these ones mean the most to me out of all these sneakers that I went over. This one right here, I had been hunting down for years. I had opportunities to buy them at different times, but I just didn't like the price, and it didn't make sense. And then we had pairs that were beat up and all these different things along the way. Next thing you know, 14 years later, I finally got the shoe. Oh, finally got the shoe. Let me just say it one time. Oh, we got the shoe. And this is the Dornbecker 2 for those that do not know. Again, I made a full video for this one breaking down the shoe, telling the story behind it and how I got it and all those other things. But yes, I love this sneaker oh so much. And ooh, and I got this before the 2 hype, by the way, so don't try to say,
oh, you got them now because everybody likes 2.
I got these earlier in the year, and I've been literally hunting this shoe down for many of years, so don't worry, I'm not riding the 2 wagon. I've already liked 2s, I already got 2s in my collection, but next year we know it's gonna be OD with the 2s, and there's probably gonna be some dope ones that come out that might make my top 10, but we shall see depending on the other releases. But anyways, these were actually in the number 1 spot on my list for a long time this year, but I picked up 2 shoes that just meant so much to me, and I'm explaining to you why these couldn't be at number 1 or number 2. Coming in at 2nd place, we have the A Ma Maniére Air Jordan 3. I personally think this is the number 1 sneaker of the year, without a doubt, hands down. Quality, materials, craftsmanship, creativity, all the different things. And then I didn't get these for retail. I had to hunt them down and go pick them up later, and had to work a trade with a homie just to get the shoe and all those different things. But that doesn't mean anything. This shoe right here, this is actually the shoe that I wore to my wedding this year. I was standing at the altar in this shoe. It looked so good with my suit. I felt so I just felt so good rocking this shoe, and I just got so many memories just thinking about lacing these up with my boys, getting ready to walk down the aisle and go to the altar, and taking pictures with the squad and the on foot pics and the groomsmen pics and just all the different stuff. Like these right here, these could have easily been number 1 on my list, but we had one more shoe that was just a little bit more sentimental than these, and that is the Cactus Plant Flea Market Nike SB Dunk Low. Now, why are these so sentimental? Yes, obviously the shoe is extremely dope. They twinkle in the light, they look amazing, but this was the shoe, when I saw these in person, I just knew. I was like, I have to wear these to my wedding. I thought I was gonna walk down the aisle, but then the A Ma 3s came out, and I was like, you know what, I'm rocking those instead. And I ended up getting these the day of my wedding. They came in the mail literally the morning of my wedding. Oh my gosh, it was just a crazy story. Don't worry, the video is coming out. I'll be giving you guys a full review of the sneaker and telling the story behind it. But anyways, yes, oh my gosh, I remember rocking these that night and going out on the dance floor with the smoke and everything, and walking her to the car at the end while we were going to do the drive off and everything. And I was just vibing. We was dancing and going crazy that night. My shoes was twinkling in the light. Like, everything about this shoe, again, you see how I was just reminiscing with the 3. I'm doing the same thing, reminiscing with this shoe. This is my wedding shoe. Oh man, I'm kind of lost for words at this point, but it's giving me like that Mike Jack vibe. You know what I'm saying? I love Michael Jackson, and kind of having like the glove, but yet on my feet with the sparkling and everything. So I don't know, bro. Honestly, I can't say too much, but besides, this is definitely my favorite sneaker of the year. It means so much to me. I worked really hard to get it. So yes, #1 sneaker of the year, Cactus Plant Flea Market. Oh baby. So those were my top 10 favorite pickups of the year. Let me know what you guys think down below. What were your top 10 favorite pickups in your collection? Send me a list down below in the comment section, each number in order from your favorite pickups this year. Give me a little description and tell me why and all those different things, just like I did for you guys. Oh yeah, and we have to show honorable mentions, so let me run through those real quick. Laser 5s, Raging Bull 5s, Travis 6s, UNC 1s, Black Cause 4s. I already had these, that's why I just wasn't really too excited. Honestly, all these shoes, besides those couple other ones, I had already had in my collection, so it was just kind of like I had to re-up because I needed to get a different size. But anyways, back to the list. Ray Allen 13s, Carmine 6s, Cool Gray 11s, Cool Gray 3s, Hyper Royal 1s, Mummy SBs. I got the What the Paw SBs, those are coming in the mail, and my black patent leather bread ones are coming in the mail as well. I got a couple other shoes, which I guess, I don't know if we call those a pickup from this year or next year, because they'll be coming in the mail in the new year, even though I purchased them before the year. I don't know, we'll just put them on next year's list or something. I don't know, we'll figure it out. But either way, that's gonna do it. I purchased over 100 pairs of shoes this year, and I'm excited to share everything with you guys next year as well. We have a bunch of cool stuff coming, and man, oh my gosh. And speaking of that, there's some more top 10 videos that we haven't released yet, so make sure you guys stay tuned for the next couple of days and check those ones out as well. All right, y'all, happy New Year's. I'll see y'all in another one. Peace. Yo, if you enjoyed this video and want to grow your collection or make extra money on the side, I built a VIP mastermind that will teach you everything that I've learned about growing my sneaker collection over the past 15 years. This will also give you access to the DNA fam in my VIP community, where we talk about investing outside of sneakers. And don't worry, if you don't plan on joining the VIP community, it's okay. I also set up a private DNA fam community that gives you access to all the behind the scenes looks from the studio and multiple chances to win free sneakers and gear from weekly and monthly challenges. So all you need to do is click on the link down below in the description, or the first link pinned in the comment section. That will get you set up and into the community. I'm excited to see you guys on the inside.